Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIKWM France deck G4 G5-4 with Lumen, Chamberlain, and Kimball. Looking at this first pack, the best card by a pretty wide margin is Hut Builder. Got to make note of Commercial Baker, Master Stableman, Dairy Crier. Hopefully I get one of them back. This pack, well, House Steward is nice, but I think what I do here is I pass on House Steward and take Field Watchman or Field Warden, and I plan on making my game. I'll try to win the House Steward bonus, but I will use Field Warden to make sure I have lots of good actions to do with all my people at the end of the game. Field Warden is an excellent card. Okay, I think probably the pick here is Eremite. I think Eremite gives a nice amount of food. I quite like the card. Yeah. I think it's probably better than Racing Stable Manager, which is the only other thing I'd seriously consider. I guess Storehouse Minder, but I don't know. Okay, and then after taking Eremite, Martial Artist seems reasonable. None of the rest of these are all that strong, so Martial Artist is fine. Okay, from this pile, this is actually an interesting choice. I mean, Gardener with Field Warden is it gives me a way of feeding at the end of the game. But I think what I'd like to do is Mountain Plowman. Mountain Plowman will either give me a bunch of points from sheep, or it'll give me a bunch of food to feed with at the end of the game. And I mean, Gardener is similar, but I think Mountain Plowman might be a little stronger here. And then this pick, Kosher Butcher might actually be playable in this game. Normally I ignore it. Not Storyteller. The only other thing I'd seriously consider is Estate Manager. And I might need to eat animals, and I'm going to pursue the largest house, so I think Kosher Butcher is the way to go here. Okay, clay cellar, pretty good. Kelp gather is okay. Uh, Cowherd. All three cards like actually can be quite usable. Cowherd helps me, like it would be worth a ton of food with Kosher Butcher. Um, Clay Cellar, great way of getting animals at the end of the game if you can accumulate clay. And then Kelp Gather is a way of getting vegetable throughout the game that I can then use to play. I can probably feed, and then with my Field Warden at the end of the game, I can do some fun stuff. I think. Oh, this is a tough one. I don't want to give my opponents extra food. I don't think. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Clay Cellar here. Just because the timing of Clay Cellar is later than Cowherd, so I think it's more likely to be useful for me. So this is kind of an interesting. I think probably the best card here is Witch's Dance Ground. It's either going to cover 2 fields or it's going to let me do bigger fencing. And both of those things are good, and it comes at a nice time. So okay, wow, some good stuff here. Iron Plow. Iron Plow with Field Warden is nice. Um, Cookpot, Heat Wave, Boarding School, Slapdash Renovation. Not really considering Crooked Plow, but yeah, I have some options here. And I think the card I'm going to take is, because I know Family Growth is going to be pretty contested, so I'm not going to take Boarding School. I think what I'm going to do is take Slapdash Renovation. Yeah. Slapdash Renovation gains me 2 actions, whereas Iron Plow only gains me 1. So I guess that's the difference here. Ooh, and this pick is now Meadow. And this works out really nicely. Yeah, so Meadow, and then I use Witch's Dance Ground to make my farm bigger, gain points. Yeah, that should work. Should work really nicely. So I definitely want to try to do 5 rooms. Maybe 2 wood rooms and 1 clay room, or something like that. Okay, Goldmine I find kind of annoying because it introduces a bunch of resources into the game, but this might be the perfect game for it. Alternatively, it is also a great game for buried treasure because that stone coming at the end of the game is absolutely perfect for my getting to a 5-room stone house. The only other thing I would consider is watering can because it's passing. But I think I won't need watering can. I think the pick. I actually like buried treasure a lot here. And then this pick, probably Consolation Prize. The rest of the cards are not good for me. Consolation Prize is passing, so it's like marginally better. And then this pick, I mean, Corn Sheaf will be reasonable. Probably not Cook Pot. Maybe Heat Wave, but I'm planning on renovating pretty late, so I'm thinking Corn Chief or Helpful Neighbors, one of those two. And I think Corn Chief is probably a bit better card, so I'll go for Corn Chief. And then this pick, I guess Wildlife Reserve is the most likely to be playable. I guess Slaughterhouse comes into effect at the end of the game. I guess Wildlife Reserve is pretty perfect with Meadow, isn't it? Gives me a place to hold each of the animals. Yeah. All right. So I play Eremite here, definitely. So Chamberlain got Stonehouse Builder. There are a couple Stonehouse cards. He passed Slapdash Renovation, which is kind of good for an early Stone Reno card. What did I see? I guess I only saw Shepherd Boy. I didn't see any other Stonehouse cards. Kimball is sad because I'm not going to ever do Start Player. So he's saying that's too bad. But I have a pretty excellent Eremite game here with Field Warden and Mountain Plowman for anything that's going to go unused. Or Martial Artist, sorry. Oh man, I can hear Nathan upstairs listening to this stream. Nathan, can you turn it down a little bit, please? Two clay is the best action available, so I'll go for that. So I collect the food from my Eremite. Um, I'd like to get on 2 reed because I'm probably not going to get on Reedstone food ever. So 2 reed is probably best case for me. I think Chamberlain might 3 reeds and then Reedstone food, so I have a reasonable shot at it. So racing stable manager for Lumen. I wonder if he's got the house steward as well. Kimball looking like Kimball's gonna play Evening Prayer. So I might get occupation or I might get 2 wood. I don't really have an occupation that I need to play here, so 2 wood's probably better. So I want to get 3 wood and then maybe 2 clay with my next action. Or 3 wood and then play the 2 clay fireplace. I think that's what I'm looking at. I wonder if Kimball really hated his occupations, or else he just wants to hide his first pick later until later. I would be really surprised if we see him use Animal Breeder this early. I mean, it's always possible. I would be really surprised to see it happen. Yeah, there we go. He says occupations were mostly crap. I understand the thinking. Oh, Master Stableman with Racing Stable Manager. Beautiful. Great combo for Lumen. I'm gonna protect my access to those sheep, so I'm gonna play Fireplace here. So next action, expensive occupation or 3 wood, one of those two. Yeah, so we're gonna see Kimball do so bake, I would imagine. Though he does need some food as well, so who knows? Yeah, Lumen 3 wood, Chamberlain might 3 wood as well, and then I get expensive occupation. Oh, this is interesting. Well, I really don't want to risk getting my hut builder blocked, so even if I build a room here, if Lumen passes on growing, I might be in trouble. You know what, though? I have a pretty good chance of building a room with my second action, I think. You know what? I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to play the hut builder here. So I'm just hoping to get one of the 4 wood actions. Probably they'll both go. 3 wood is okay too. Ooh, Reedstone food again for Kimball. Okay. I think he's probably going to do so bake with his second move, but it's really hard to say. I'm keeping an eye on chat there on screen, so if anyone's watching live, please feel free to ask questions. Alright, Lumen taking care of his food, so he'll build a room with his second action. And if he does not, I imagine Chamberlain probably will, but yeah, we got a couple different possibilities here. I like so bake here for Kimball, but maybe he's thinking 4 food fishing is a good way to go, and that he can get more grain later. Oh, interesting. Going for clay. Okay. So I imagine Lumen builds a room here. So I might have a chance to start player to get 6 wood. And if I can do that, that would be fantastic. Start player corn sheaf. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. I do think Lumen made a bit of a mistake building 2 stables at once. I probably would try to activate Racing Stable Manager more times, but having said that, he's got a breeding pair of sheep this early, so that is almost never going to be bad. So yeah, some good stuff. If Chamberlain takes 2 reed, then I can play... Oh, I can't afford Constellation Prize. It would make me starve. Uh... Okay, so I can give Chamberlain 6 wood or the first room. I guess I want to give him the choice. I want to get first room or 6 wood, and I'm okay with either of those things happening. Knowing that I want to build more rooms, I think 2 reed is a reasonable choice here. Otherwise, I could do 4 food fishing. You know what? Maybe 4 food fishing is the way to go. Deals with my next harvest really easily. So family growth is round 5. Chamberlain will build a room. Otherwise, he'll take 6 wood, and I will get the first room. And both of those are excellent outcomes for me. And there we go. So I get 6 wood, and that's fine compensation for not building a room. So if I can get 2 wood with my second, or if I can get 3 reed with my second action, that would be a pretty excellent start. Because it takes Kimball and Lumen 2 actions to jump ahead of me. I'm not that confident that they will. Yeah, Kimball can't jump ahead of me in room now. Hey Joe, thanks for tuning in. Ooh, start player here for Lumen. But I'm a little confused because he needs to get 4 wood somehow. Oh, he's going to play House Steward. Of course. So I'm a little confused by your question, Joe. Do you mean the spaces on the board, or are you talking about the individual players who's doing the best in the game? So 3 read here is a little greedy, but I'm pretty sure Lumen doesn't have a way to feed if he double grows, so I think it's fine. I'm okay to just keep accumulating good piles of resources so I can get to my 5-room house. But yeah, based on the player strength, I guess Well, like Chamberlain's had an excellent start. Village School is nice. Stonehouse Builder. Yeah, you know, getting round 5 family growth is always fantastic because the rest of us are going to have to put in work to go in order. And he didn't. I guess he did play Animal Yard, but or he played Village School. Um, Probably Kimball's family growth is going to come last, so that's pretty difficult. I don't know about Lumen. I don't know. He needs a way to eat in the next harvest. But like it's really difficult to say. It's really difficult to judge, honestly. So I mean, I could start player to guarantee build room next round, but I think I just keep taking big piles of good resources. So I'm gonna go for 4 wood here. I think I have a bit of a chance just to blow this game out. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I shouldn't say that. Because Chamberlain's in a great spot. Kimball is unimpressed with my move. Maybe thinking that I'm giving Lumen double growth too easily, but I really don't see how he's going to feed otherwise. Um, okay, I mean, to me that looks like it helps Lumen a lot, but, like it's... He probably gets 2 wood back, so I don't know. But if Chamberlain takes 3 wood and I take 2 wood, I get to build double build next round, so I don't know. I guess Lumen only needs to get to 5 foods, so. How highly rated is House Goat? It is excellent. It's a free point. You can play it very early, and it gives you food every harvest. So it gives you 6 food over the course of the game. It's an excellent action. A point and 6 food. The drawback is really basically non-existent, in my opinion. Okay, I can take 3 wood here, or I can do 2 sheep. 2 sheep blocks Chamberlain a lot more. If I think Chamberlain is in the strongest position, 3 wood blocks Kimball. I think I'm going to take the sheep because I'm more worried about Chamberlain than Kimball. I think. The other advantage of this is Chamberlain's more likely to take food with his first action next round, which means we have a chance to starve Lumen out of growing next round. So I think the reason it's House Goat has dropped in power recently is because just because there are other cards that are also really good, also because people have realized that it's a really good card, so they're drafting it. Oh, pretty much always drafting it first. And that makes a big difference on the flow of the game. But yeah, Lumen needs to take food here, so I don't know. Yeah, so I mean he can afford to feed, but it means he has to boarding school around 8, which I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my position. Like I have the most food of anyone by a large amount. All right. Well, I could do Reedstone Food here. Do a 5-room house. It's unlikely that anyone's getting to a 6-room house. I think, though, the extra work is not needed. Probably it's better for me just to take wood myself. I could play an occupation here, but I can probably occupation second action. So the other thing I could do is take. The other thing I could do is take fence with my second action. Could fence 11, knowing that I'm getting a wood from Aramite, and that could be pretty good. And then yeah, it would just be nice because then I could hold breeding pairs of animals like ridiculously early. I guess I don't want to forget about Meadow as well. Meadow's kind of nice. I don't know. Maybe I won't play Meadow. I have enough wood that I don't need to play Meadow, which is pretty silly. Yeah, so I can occupation here, maybe Mountain Plowman, or I can play Fence. I think I like Fence here, actually. So I'm declaring very clearly there that I'm only going to do uh, 4 rooms. That's fine. Or 5 rooms. It's still a good number. Like I have fencing done, and I have the resources to build 2 rooms, so I'm pretty happy with the position I'm in. Oh, this is really nice for Chamberlain, the well builder. Good. So he's going to be able to run out to a stone house nice and early. So I'll build 2 rooms. If I can wait until next round, I will. But yeah, definitely want to build 2 rooms in family growth round 9, round 10, round 11 ideally. If I could grow 3 rounds in a row, that would be fantastic. Probably it's going to be delayed. I'm going to be delayed on my second and third growth by a round or 2 each time. Just because everyone saw House Steward, so I imagine everyone's going to play towards it. Let's start player well here for Chamberlain. Really hope he doesn't have like Farm Steward. If he has Farm Steward, that would be really terrible for me. And excellent for him. Um, my to-do list, maybe I could grab sheep. 4 clay would be reasonable. But I really want 5 clay because I want enough clay to play Slapdash Renovation. I want to take stone so I can play Slapdash as well. 2 sheep would be nice. Maybe I take stone and then I take 2 sheep later. So Lumen gets his boarding school off, so that worked out quite nicely for him. But I mean, I'm going to thank him for the extra points at the end of the game, which I should get. I'd be really surprised if anyone goes to more than 5 rooms. Okay, Basket Maker's Workshop for Chamberlain. A little surprised that it didn't come on Reno, but, you know, that's fine. I think I take 2 sheep here. Continue making the game hungry. So my next round is build 2 rooms and then either Consolation Prize or Corn Chief. Either of those would be fine for me. Oh, Chamberlain's getting 6 wood again. That's very good for him. Ooh, Market Cry for Lumen. So that means I'm not playing Corn Chief. That means I'm going to try to hold off on that one. Let Lumen give me grain rather than taking it myself. So yeah, if I can grow 3 times in a row, that's going to be really, really strong. It's going to be difficult for those guys to beat, especially with Field Warden. I wish I could take 5 clay here, but I guess I forgot about Consolation Prize. So maybe I should have taken 4 clay instead of 3 stone. Because yeah, it's unlikely that anyone will go on the stone accumulation space this round. So that means Consolation Prize has gone down in value a little bit. I would like to play Consolation Prize and then Slapdash Renovation, because the Consolation Prize will give me the resources for the reno. I also want Consolation Prize to give me my second read so that I don't need to take read anymore this game. But Consolation Prize is still looking poor. Wouldn't give me much at this point, so I'll just do Corn Chief. That's fine. More grain is always okay. So I'm hoping with my third move this round, Consolation Prize will be worth quite a bit. And maybe I even take 2 stone to guarantee that I get a stone from it. And the 2 stone would be like taking 3 stone. And then at this point, it's looking like Martial Artist is getting Meadow, Buried Treasure, and Wildlife Reserve if I play 2 stone. But it's still early days. What would be kind of fun is if I can first action 4 clay, then Reno Slapdash. Oh, but I don't have enough resources for Slapdash at that point. I could Reno clay, or sorry, I could take 4 clay, then I could play Consolation Prize on Family Growth, then I could Reno Slapdash, and then maybe play Field Warden. So I get a grain from Lumen using his market crier. Okay, so if I'm at 5 family members, that's 15. 5 stone rooms, 25. 4 pastures, 29. 5 fields, 33. Fireplace, 34. And then let's say max crops, so that's another 8. I should get to 40. And then with animals, I should score like 47, 48 at the minimum, assuming. And that's without getting any more points at all this game, which I should be able to do pretty easily. Like I should have a lot of points from animals probably, just because I'm the earliest one to do anything with animals. Like I can take 2 boar here and have a breeding pair of boar like ridiculously early. And it's looking really good for me. At this point, I'm honestly not really paying attention to what the other players are doing because I just think like I'll do what's best for my game, and that should be enough for me to have success. So let's see what Chamberlain does here. 2 boar would be nice for me. 4 clay would also be nice for me. So I could go either way. If this round is 4 clay, 2 stone, family growth, then that's a pretty good round for me. So this is a little greedy, but I'm going to pass on taking the clay and go for the boar. So yeah, Lumen got to grow like mad, but now he has feeding problems, unless he beats Kimball to the stone oven, which actually it looks like he will. So, okay, no, never mind. He does not have feeding problems. So Lumen takes 4 clay. So I'm just hoping that someone takes 5 reed. Okay, so definitely going to play a maxed out consolation prize, and that's quite good. Oh, they all have to be occupied. Oh, what? I just thought one of them needed to be occupied. Oh, this is garbage. Oh, this card is so bad. Okay, I won't play consolation prize. I'll play buried treasure. Yeah, that's fine. So, I'll play what here? Merchant Plowman. I could skip on growing altogether. I guess consolation prize is still one food for a reed, but that's it. One food for a reed. I guess I get the food back from Eremite next round from not playing Buried Treasure. Yeah, I can play Buried Treasure next round. Okay, that looks fine to me. You know what, though? I'm just going to play Buried Treasure. It's not... Yeah, I'm just going to play Buried Treasure. I think that's probably a fine move. I do need to make sure I get 4 clay in round 12. And actually, 4 clay is not even enough. I'm going to need 4 clay and 3 clay. Or 4 clay and 2 clay. Ooh, Oven Inspector for Kimball, that's handy. I was a little wondering what he was thinking. But yeah, that works out quite nice. And then with Animal Buyer, he can buy a bunch of animals. So on my to-do list, take vegetable, play field warden, make sure my feeding's okay. Do want to fence one more time. Pretty surprised that Chamberlain hasn't started to reno yet. I'm a little confused about that. Not really sure what he's thinking. If he's waiting for a specific major to play or what. Okay, so if I'm gonna grow at the end of this round, I would probably grow and play Buried Treasure. So I probably want to play Field Warden. I want to take 3 stone. I guess I don't really need the stone for anything. But it would be nice to take 3 stone. I could take 3 wood. Probably I first action plow though, just so I don't have to play Field Warden yet. And nothing else is that impressive for me. I guess I could play Slapdash. I don't know. There aren't many majors left, so there's not a lot of great uses for my stone if I take it here. Although I could try to build a stone room. That might be kind of cool, but it's a lot of extra work. I'm not sure. Well, I think I'll plow a field here just to block the field space. I will take 2 clay this round though, because if I don't get clay this round and 4 clay gets taken next round, it's too easy for these guys just to lock me out of renovating altogether. And if I get locked out of renovating, I have no chance to win. It is possible that Kimball could take 2 clay because he only needs 2 clay to get to 3, which is his threshold for renovating. I don't know. We'll see. I could play martial artist here, and then if I don't play any of my improvements, I can still get to a 5-field farm. I don't know. Oh, clay deposit. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so I'll go on clay deposit and then I'll play family growth and play slapdash on family growth. Oh, or is he saying that he's discarding clay deposit? No, I would imagine he's building 2 rooms here. I guess if I build a 6-stone room, then it's really difficult for anyone to tie me. Yeah, maybe he's doing clay deposit. So I play martial artist here, which will get me some nice food at the end of the game. So I'm only going to need to take vegetable twice, and then I have really easy max crop points. Okay, so I think I'm giving up on Aramite at this point. I'll play Buried Treasure in Slapdash Renovation. I'll probably throw away Meadow Wildlife Reserve. Actually, you know what? I won't play Witch's Dance Ground. So I'll throw away 3 of my improvements, maybe Slapdash as well. If I can, I'll grab, ooh, okay, maybe I do need to grab clay here over the 2 cattle. Okay, if I can get 2 cattle back, I will take it, obviously, but Kimball is going to take 2 cattle here. So yeah, no way that that was happening. Um, there's no cooking hearth available anymore, unfortunately. Maybe I should have done 2 cattle because clay deposit's available. I forgot about clay deposit momentarily. Oh man, I wonder if my point ceiling is high enough to win. It might not be. It really might not be. Maybe I need to go for that 6th room, in which case I want to play Witch's Dance Ground. Yeah, there it is. Okay, probably to beat Chamberlain, I think I need to take the house steward points away from him. So I know I can plow unblockably, but I want to block the plow space. I want to make it difficult for Chamberlain to get his plows done. Thanks, Lumen. Kimball start player, probably. Maybe I go on clay deposit. I could do that. I could go for pottery. Plus, it would block him from using clay deposit. I mean, not that it's that big of a pain if for me to block it. I could build the pottery here. Yeah, I want to start going on vegetable as well. Probably want to hold field warden to the last moment. I also think I'm going to fence one. I'm going to fence one field next round, just to delay Chamberlain and Lumen from being able to do it. I think that would be pretty nice. Or maybe I'm not going to. I have to decide, am I going to go pottery or am I going to go another room? And I'm going to go for pottery and maybe I go for another room as well. That's what I'm landing on. Maybe I don't play Slapdash Renovation. So if I reno pottery here, and then what, 3 stone with my last move? Or I could play Field Warden. Oh, Grain Cellar, this is quite nice for Lumen. Nice card. I guess I could build a clay room instead of the pottery. But this is okay for now. And then I'll play... well, if I play 3 stone, it's a little more difficult for him to get to a stone house. So I could do 3 stone or I could do vegetable. Vegetable can happen next round, so I'll do 3 stone here. So if I eat clay twice and then go on clay deposit once, that's going to be pretty reasonable. I'm going to reno this round as well, get it out of the way. Although saving my reno for next round could be quite nice. I could mess some people up if I did like Star Player Witch's Dance Ground. Mainly I would mess up Chamberlain. Chamberlain's going to do 3 fields here, so what do I do? I guess I'd probably just do 3 sheep. It's food, and I need food. So I will play Field Warden, and then take Vegetable, and then Plow Sow. Field Warden, take Vegetable, Plow Sow, and then Reno would be my 4th move, remaining in this round. And then next round, try to get 2 cattle, I guess. Oh man, does Chamberlain have Master Builder? If he has Master Builder, that would be so bad for me. I guess taking Vegetable twice, the second time it's only 1 extra point. So maybe I only need to take Vegetable once, because if I get Plow Sow both times, then it's fine. So I play my Field Warden here, get it out of the way. And I can react with Reno to what the other players are doing. So Kimball is just accumulating a crap ton of food, which he's going to use to buy a whole bunch of animals. So that's nice. Kimball recognizing that Renault's contested, that fencing is still contested. If Kimball fenced, for example, that would make me pretty happy, because it would put pressure on Lumen and Chamberlain defense. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I like to see. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So Lumen's going on start player. That's fine. So what are we thinking? Chamberlain has house builder, whatever it is, master builder, or he has cloister dweller. One of the two. Either way, they're both problems for me and a ton of nice cards for him. So let's see. Chamberlain goes on Reedstone Food. Okay, he can't reno. Lumen can't reno. Okay, so I'll go on take a vegetable here. Wait and see as much as I can to react to what the other players are doing. Okay, there's Lumen taking Reed. So now he's able to reno. So I need to reno with this move. Ooh, cooking corner, that's nice. Also lets me reno upgrade, which is all I'm happy about. So I'll throw away Slapdash this round, but I'm going to keep Witch's Dance Ground because it might still be worth something to me, depending on how this final round shakes out. Alright, so best case I get 2 cattle here. Yeah, that's probably my best move, even if I don't let them breed. Yeah. Oh, I guess I forgot to toss for Slapdash. Ah, it's fine. Chamberlain, I expect to plow so, and hopefully he does to confirm that he can't build another room. Yes, there it is. So that's all the food I need for the rest of the game. Because I'm gonna eat a boar and a cattle. Even if I make more space for animals here, I can't accommodate them. Like I can't do anything with them. So I'll fence with my next move just to block Chamberlain if he doesn't. Oh, there he did it. It's fine. Uh, so I could go for joinery here. I could take. So I'm gonna plow sow for sure. So then I could go for joinery with that extra stone that I'm making. Although that's two moves, and I could just clay deposit. Uh, yeah, I think I'm running out of moves that are worth something to me. I'll change to 4 wood so that I can build stables, and then I can actually hold that. I guess it's 2 moves for 3 points, which is only as good as um, taking 4 clay and then taking vegetable. So yeah, that my moves at the end of the game here are not ideal. But whatever. I think it's okay. I guess if I do joinery, yeah, that's 2 moves for 3 points as well. So no matter what, it's the same. So yeah, I have no way of getting at this point with that 4 wood grab. I was no matter what, I was getting 2 points from 3 actions. I might have been able to do better. Honestly, I didn't like with Clay Seller. Maybe I can do something better than that. Well, I have whatever I score plus 3, so I have a feeling it's not going to be enough to win, but I don't know. It is going to be a strong score. Let's find out how strong. So I score 51 plus 3. That might be enough. Not sure if it's enough to win, though. So Chamberlain says he's at 51. Lumen, I don't know what Lumen got to. He got to 51. So, I've managed to win 3 points over my two closest opponents. So it was actually not as tight as I expected. I thought it would be within a point or two. Um, I guess I got to grow just too easily. Like growing 3 rounds in a row was really quite ridiculous. Um, yeah, I uh, I had more moves that were worse stuff. Like I got 3 stone here, and I got joinery, and I got a wood, which I can use for another pasture. So yeah, I have more that I could have done. And I mean, I'm 1 point off in each of my animal categories, which is silly. Uh, yeah. Anyways, fun game. I pretty happy with how it turned out. Obviously, well. Um, let's take a quick look at the scorecard. So I was at 2 points in born cattle, but other than that, I scored in the threes and fours. No negatives, of course. 3 point pottery, 1 point cooking hearth. Yeah, I mean, really nice farm. I got to grow way too easily. So I'll take a quick look at the draft, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think my picks are pretty obvious and pretty easy. Take a quick look at the draft just to see what the stats say. Hut builder, obvious pick. Um, yeah, I think Field Warden is an obvious pick here as well. Knowing that I'm gonna with Hut Builder, I'm gonna contest for House Steward, so having all those points at the end of the game is huge. Took Eremite here. Minimalist actually would have been playable for me. How many improvements did I have? I had 3, so it would have been worth like 4 points, or what is it? 3 points at that time if you have 3 improvements. Maybe it's even less than that. Maybe minimalist was not worth anything. So martial artist here, knowing I'm going for a big house, I need ways of feeding easier. Plus I have Eremite in hand already, so And then Mountain Plowman, I took over Dairy Crier. Pretty happy with that pick. I know I'm gonna do 5 plows with my setup, so it's worth 10 food or some points or a combination of the two. None of this stuff. A state manager actually would have been good for me. I don't have. I didn't. Yeah, I should have taken a state manager. I took a kosher butcher instead. I guess I didn't expect the beginning of the game to go the way it did, where I got all those ridiculous wood grabs. Yeah. Then here I took Witch's Dance Ground, was second best card by power. I obviously had a pretty good reason for not playing Evening Prayer though, with Aramite and with all the other stuff. And then Slapdash Renovation. Yeah, so I drafted pretty well by power, it looks like. Buried Treasure over Gold Mine, maybe questionable. Consolation Prize, definitely questionable. That was terrible. I thought that card was actually had some potential positives, but that was just really, really bad. So yeah, that's all for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.